Yo, what's going down, Green Screen Entertainment fans? Your boy Jay Green back with another review. And right now, I'm gonna give y'all 1993's The Good Son. Damn! If y'all have never seen this movie, you gotta check it out after this review. I'm not playing around. I'm gonna break down a little bit about Macaulay Culkin. What happened to him? I don't know, but we're gonna talk about it. And I'm also gonna break down my likes and my dislikes with this film, what type of movie it is, who I think it's for, and why I definitely think it is a hidden gem for most. Yo, let's get after it. Alright fam, so first I'm going to break down the basic plot of this film. We got Elijah Wood and we got Macaulay Culkin. Now, Elijah Wood's character early on in the film, he loses his mom to a battle with cancer. Now him and his dad are going to travel basically across the country so he can stay with some family friends because his dad is a businessman and he has an opportunity to go to like Hong Kong or Tokyo on this legit business trip that'll set their family up for life. So because of the mom's recent passing, he no longer has to leave his son behind. They can definitely bond and spend time together and grieve over that loss. Now, meanwhile, in Maine, we got Macaulay Culkin and his family. Mom, dad, kid, sister. Now, that family is not perfect. They are dealing with their own set of issues because not long ago, their kid brother Richard died in the bathtub. Horrible accident. Terrible. The mom is still grieving over it. The father is grieving as well, but still trying to move his family forward. The kid sister, she's just acting like a kid sister, but Macaulay Culkin has definitely taken the death a certain type of way. So when these two boys come together in the movie and lead pretty much the entire film, they're dealing with death and the thought of, mortality or reincarnation and things of this nature in some very interesting ways. And that's pretty much what is the backdrop to the entire film. There's other things that jump off, but I don't want to spoil too much. Y'all need to check it out in this film. Now, the first thing that I want to address is story and directing. This movie was directed by Joseph Rubin, and this cat directed movies like Sleeping with the Enemy, Julia Roberts, The Forgotten, and Stepfather. So he's definitely got his hands into the horror and thriller genre. And when he directs these kids in this movie, he doesn't pull away from the fact that they're children. Everything that happens in this film is like something you would see if it was just straight up adults. This movie's also rated R, so just keep that in mind that they go full on thriller, suspense, and a bit of horror in this film, and I loved it about that. I thought that the story was quality from beginning to end. One of the things that I really loved that Joseph Rubin did in this film was he gives you a lot of information with no words. I love it when a movie can do that. If you saw my last review of Run, you know that I definitely cherish when a director can show you something and exhibit what you are supposed to be feeling, thinking, worried about, all that type of shit. And Joseph Rubin does it amazing in this movie. Now, still on the subject of story, I did mention a minute ago that the brother dying in the bathtub was kind of the backdrop to what's about to unfold. But if I can reword some things, I want to say it's more so of a catalyst. I only call it a backdrop because you never really see it. It's mentioned extremely vaguely. There's no long drawn out stories of what actually happened. There's no flashbacks or anything like that. But what I love about this film is the fact that even though it is the catalyst to what is about to jump off, and it is the backdrop to what we're now watching, and there's no flashbacks or anything like that, this movie, given that backstory, actually keeps the promise of its premise. Okay? So what that means is some shit jumped off when that kid died. Now you're thinking to yourself, damn, if that shit jumped off when this kid died, this movie's got to be better than that in regards to the story and to the weight of what we're about to see now, and it actually is. This happens over here and you're like, mind blown. I could have watched a movie about that. That's some crazy stuff. That's sad. That's heartbreaking. But then when you see how this movie plays out and unfolds, what happens in this is built up to a great degree. Sometimes in film, you'll hear something that happened in the actors or the characters' past. Like, oh, remember that job we were on when this happened and that happened? But then the movie that you're watching now with those same characters is not nearly as entertaining or as suspenseful as the story that they told sometime in the beginning of the movie. But this movie does it the right way. They tell you something and you're like, oh shit, I wonder what happened. Then what plays out on screen is going to make your jaw drop. Another thing that I really enjoyed about this film is that it takes its time. Look, With suspense movies, with thrillers, horrors, comedy, timing is everything. If you don't hit certain things on the right beat, you miss the opportunity for the surprise, the shock, or that big laugh or roar in the audience, whatever it may be. But this movie takes its time. Elijah Wood, Macaulay Culkin, they are bringing the A game. These guys are great actors at this young age, and the way that Joseph is directing them, he's allowing things to breathe a little bit. So then that way we as the audience members get an opportunity to really believe the emotions that are going on, wonder what's around the corner, or what's about to happen next. So timing is perfect, acting is phenomenal from everybody in this film, but mainly our two child stars, and that's on the real. All right, y'all, well, you made it to the end of the video. You know what time it is. If you haven't done it yet, hook your homie up with the like and with that subscribe so you can get notifications whenever I post new videos. Remember, on Tuesdays, I'm gonna be posting Jay Green Morals and Values, and then every Thursday, I'm gonna be dropping movie reviews. Hopefully, I can get to some newer movies so I can kind of toggle back and forth between new and old, or just keep them classic or keep them new. If you have any suggestions, feel free to send them my way. I'm gonna check them out. Now, last couple things I wanna say before I get up out of here is A, what happened to Macaulay Culkin? Where'd he go? And then B, who is this movie for? So first of all, I don't know what happened to Macaulay Culkin. I didn't do a crazy amount of research, but what I can tell you from memory is that we had Home Alone in 1990, we had My Girl in 91, and then in 92, you had Home Alone 2, and then this movie right here, The Good Son, came out in 93. Some people say it was because he did this movie, it turned families off. You know, moms and dads didn't want their kids to be watching him anymore. But again, come on, there's only one F-bomb in this movie, and it's a really good effing movie. You feel me? So, Macaulay Culkin, if you're out there listening, good job on you for trying to change yo swag. Too many child actors or too many people in TV shows stay in one lane and then they get typecast. What happened to Julio White? That's Urkel's son. You didn't even know his real name, now did you? So big ups on Macaulay Culkin for trying to change it up and show us some range. So who is this movie for? I would say that this movie is for damn near anybody that's a fan of the horror genre, thriller, suspense, and maybe even a touch of action. If you are a person who, like myself, grew up watching Macaulay Culkin, but for whatever reason you missed this one, check it out. Because if you did like Macaulay Culkin in those other movies that I listed, then when you see him in this, it's gonna turn you on to another side of this guy. I'm telling you, this is a great movie. Amazon Prime, $3.99. You will not be disappointed because everybody that I've talked to that's seen it always says it's great, and it's got like 4.5 stars. Good film, okay? Yo, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for continuing to come back to this channel and check me out. I hope you're enjoying everything that I'm posting. And until next week, ya homie, I'm out.